Topping our news this week, highway crackdown, how local law enforcement is trying to prevent more car crashes by cracking down on speeders. Charlie?
The future of Michigan's manufacturing industry is bringing in a big name from Washington. Find out why they're here, coming up.
And the radioactive Boy Scout. We remember the man who they say was part boy genius, part dangerous misfit. Nick?
The latest internet phenomenon, clowns, and how close they are to Shelby Township, coming up.
It's all on this edition of Shelby This Week. Police continue to investigate after a local teenager went missing and was found a couple weeks later in an apartment complex pond. This is 18-year-old Madison Redpath Kirkwood, who was reported missing and in danger back in September. Weeks later, her body was found at the Oak Hill apartment complex off West Utica Road, where sources say she lived. Contractors reported a body in the pond behind one of the buildings. Residents in the complex were shaken up by the discovery.
It's a huge shock. I've lived here for a month now, and there's never any loud noises, any foul play. It's a very nice area I walk my dog around here. It's very quiet. Even at nighttime, it's very comfortable just being around here.
A couple days after Madison went missing, Shelby police updated its social media saying she was no longer considered in danger, but was still missing after a few reports of sightings came in. They needed her to contact police herself to be removed from their system. Her family posted to social media saying they still believed she was in danger. Police say they had been actively searching for Madison and had in fact searched the pond area. Her cause of death is still pending, but police say no foul play is suspected. The goal is to cut down on accidents, but even as several police cruisers crowded an overpass, motorists still whizzed past them on a popular highway. Stacey Sansatera is giving you a warning to slow down or get a ticket.
This is what could happen to you if you are caught speeding or distracted driving along Hall Road. Shelby Township Police, along with other municipalities, are cracking down.
We've had a lot of trouble on the M59 corridor all the way from the county line to I-94.
And because of this, First Lieutenant Shaw and officers from different communities along the M59 corridor will be patrolling all month. And if Lieutenant Shaw happens to pull you over, you might just see him wearing this pink bow tie in support of Breast Cancer Awareness Month.
So this is just our way to tell people, hey, you want to slow it down. One, because it's dangerous. Speed is one cause of crashes. And two, we don't want people getting in trouble for ending up with a ticket. Across the entire metropolitan Detroit area and probably across the state, the #1 cause of crashes is easy. It's distracted driving.
I issued one citation this morning for distracted driving with somebody following too closely, actually tailgating the police car.
Yes, you heard that right, tailgating the police car. Now remember, distracted driving can be defined by many things.
People look at it as maybe texting or things like that, but distracted driving is a lot more to that. There's a lot of things that are going on inside of somebody's car today. Be it that your kids are acting up in the background, you don't like the radio station, you're trying to get that Big Mac in your mouth while you're trying to use the other hand to steer as you're going along. Those are all indicators of distracted driving.
And with plenty of police presence in sight, I found it amazing the high speeds these motorists continue to drive.
Right now on both sides there's bulletin boards that measure speed, tell you what your speed is. You can't miss us out here on the overpass today, and you yourself have seen at least 8-9 traffic stops of people that still don't have it in their head to slow down.
And with that, the message is quite simple.
Our hope is to get all of these intersections on the M59 corridor off the top 10 of traffic crashes.
For Shelby This Week, I'm Stacey Sansatera.
The spotlight shines on Macomb County's manufacturing industry this week after a visit from the U.S. Secretary of Education. Charlie Cadotto explains why manufacturing companies are putting up now hiring signs all over the state.
Just a few years ago, the future of Michigan's manufacturing industry was unknown. But now manufacturing firms like this one in Shelby Township are hiring, and they want to meet future talent.
We have so many job openings that we can't fill.
Mark Rush has a problem most industries wish they could have. Matt Rush is CFO at Warren's Proper Manufacturing firm. He has so many job openings, he's looking for talent.
We're advertising everywhere. We go to job fairs, we're online. We're doing everything we can to find people.
Michigan's manufacturing industry and those open jobs caught the attention of Washington.
This is the cavity side of this product here.
Secretary of Education John King came to Macomb County to encourage students to look into careers in manufacturing.
I was going to go into interior design, but now looking into all of this, I might go into interior design, but for the cars and stuff like that.
King says hands-on training programs could be a model for the country to get students excited about high-paying jobs even without a 4-year degree.
I'll definitely look into this more. I'm a lot more interested in it now, seeing all the machinery and the tooling.
Proper Manufacturing has internship and apprenticeship programs open to high school and college students. It's a model that could fill the industry's need for workers.
Schools just have to talk to this Proper group, and there's lots of tooling and die companies around here that they just have to talk to and get tours at.
For Shelby This Week, I'm Charlie Cadotto.
Reports of clown sightings have engrossed everyone across the country. So much so, the phenomenon has been named clowning. Our Nick Buckler spoke with police to get some clarification on what actually is happening and the reports that hit a little closer to home.
It's a problem police never would have expected. Clowning around in Shelby Township, police are advising residents to call 911 if they see anything suspicious. Take a listen.
If there's anything that looks suspicious, call us. I mean, that's what we're here for. We'll go out and investigate them. It's Halloween, and you know what? People are going to be wearing costumes out there. I think the social media kind of just boosted this, and it's getting out of hand a little bit.
Viral videos of clowns have surfaced across the country, which most believe is just a scare, as many people I spoke with claim the only place they've seen these scary clowns was on Facebook.
They're trying to scare people. Obviously, you know, we want to put a stop to that. We don't want people to be fearful in our town. We want people to be able to move about and not be afraid.
Now, people have been saying that they've seen these clowns in wooded areas at night under some sort of light. So the clowns do, however, want to be seen. It's just a matter of what they're doing out. Police are saying, though, social media has really been the main factor of this, and that they have never actually seen a clown or had any reports of clowns in the township. Nick Buckler, Shelby This Week.
A new string of credit card skimming scams are making waves around Metro Detroit. Charlie Cadotto explains how you can protect yourself so you don't fall victim to a credit scam.
Are you using a card?
Yeah.
Do you have your ID on you?
I mean, I try to use cash as much as I can because of everything that goes on.
When Rilla Catula heard about the recent card skimming scams making waves around Metro Detroit, she beefed up security at the Marathon gas station she owns in Shelby Township.
We ask for signatures when it's credit. We ask for IDs.
Just this week, a Madison Heights resident caught a skimmer right over a 7-Eleven ATM reader.
It's just everyone's blind to it, I guess.
There are some things you can do so you don't fall victim to this scam.
They'll put it anywhere they think they can steal your information, so you got to be careful.
Police say it's a good idea to check the reader before you swipe your card at a place you're not familiar with.
Beware. You go into these places, know what you're dealing with, check out the machine, manipulate it a little bit, make sure there's nothing just attached to the machine.
Catula says her station does routine checks to make sure machines are secure. She says it's better to be safe than sorry.
Come pay inside whenever you feel like something's going on at the pumps. Let us know if you think that there is something going on, and we will take care of it.
Jason Jackson heard about the skimming scams, but he says they really don't concern him. After all, police say skimmers are mostly uncommon.
If something happens, then I'll quickly be able to talk to the company and be able to straighten it out with them.
Either way, police remind residents it doesn't hurt to check. For Shelby This Week, I'm Charlie Cadotto.
The man known to the world as the radioactive Boy Scout has passed away at the age of 39. David Hahn became infamous after he attempted to build a nuclear homemade reactor in 1994 at the age of 17. He conducted experiments in his backyard shed at his Commerce Township home. While it never reached critical mass, he attracted national attention when he was stopped by police and they found radioactive material in his car that was emitting dangerous levels of radiation. His mother's home and property needed to be cleaned by the Environmental Protection Agency. His fascination with chemistry has been noted in many books and documentaries. He also served multiple tours in the Navy. Hahn had hopes to pursue a nuclear specialist career, but EPA scientists believe his lifespan was shortened by his exposure to radioactivity. Hahn passed away in his home in Shelby Township late last month. Cause of death is still pending. The signs are already out at pharmacies for you to get your flu shot, so we made sure to talk to the Macomb County Health Department to get all the information about this year's strain. Compared to years past, the Centers for Disease Control and Prevention says this year's flu shot is one of the most effective. It's 60% effective so far because this year's vaccination is a good match for the strain that will go around.
Well, the viruses are tight. Samples are taken around the country and around the globe, actually, of people who are infected. So they get a sense of what strains are infecting people, and then they use those. They select the most common strains and then use those to make the vaccine for the coming flu season. So,
considering the peak of flu season is in January and February, Medical Director Kevin Lokar says this is a good time to get the flu shot.
October, November are good months to do it. You want to make sure you're protected, and influenza season usually in our state usually is December, January, February. So doing it in October, early November is a good time.
And he also touched about people who have egg allergies and vaccines.
Egg allergy used to be an absolute contraindication to administering it, and that has been reduced over the years. And now CDC is basically recommending that if you do have an egg allergy, you can be vaccinated as long as the provider has the capability of dealing with an allergic reaction should it happen.
For more information about flu shots and where to get them, head to health.macombgov.org. Next on Shelby this week, closing its doors for good, why one beauty school is shutting down, and how students are trying to pick up the pieces of their future. But good news for another business and seniors in Shelby Township. A new financial group is opening its doors with a ribbon cutting. We'll have how they can help your plan for life retirement next. Dozens of students are left high and dry after a local beauty school abruptly shuts its doors. The closure of Regency Beauty Institute now has students scrambling for alternatives. Charlie Cadao tells us what's next for them.
Kelly, their frustration is really no surprise considering Regency Beauty Institute has been in business for more than 50 years. So as you can expect, a lot of students are affected by their closure. An announcement taped to the door came as a surprise to many.
Of course, I was shocked.
Maggie Varney knows she's been in the industry for a long time and heads the Wigs for Kids nonprofit.
And they didn't know what happens to all the hours that they've already put in, all the money that they've paid.
Regency once offered programs for students to earn their cosmetology license. In a statement, Regency officials said, quote, "This is not another case of a school being forced to shut down because it was accused of wrongdoing." They go on to say the environment is simply not one that allows us to remain open.
It was due to lack of funding.
The Shelby Township location is one of 79 shutting down. The day of their closure, employees at Shelby's Regency Institute called Varney and offered a $500 donation to Wigs for Kids.
Now think about, they're closing their doors, they're out of a job, they don't even know if they have a school to go to, and here they are reaching out and thinking of helping others.
The good news is Varney contacted her network of beauty schools. Some schools have already set up programs to take in former Regency students.
All of the schools opened their hearts and said, please, let us help you. And I'm so proud of my industry for doing that.
Perhaps a glimmer of hope for a business that's now retired its beauty tools. For Shelby This Week, I'm Charlie Cadado.
Regency officials say they've set up a transfer program with 2 Detroit area schools. For more information, head to regency.edu. A local dentist is donating money to a program that gives a safe environment for children. Instead of keeping the money from teeth whitening procedures over the last few months, Dr. Robert Antelak of the Gentle Dentist donated that $1,000 to Sandcastles. It's a grief support program for children who are going through tough times. But the community outreach doesn't stop there for Dr. Antelak. He's hosting a candy buyback program the Wednesday after Halloween.
And any child who has candy, and obviously being a dentist, we would recommend that they come in and sell it to us for $1 a pound. And what we do with that what we do with that candy is that it goes to a number of different programs.
Dr. Antelak goes to Haiti every year and donates that candy to the kids who don't often get special treats like that. So if you're interested in helping, head over to the Gentle Dentist on November 2nd from 4 to 7 p.m. The executives at Kaizen Financial Group say once you retire, there's no do-over, which is why they've added a practice right here in Shelby Township. Kaizen in Japanese means continuous improvement, which is their philosophy of Kaizen Financial. The group focuses on financial planning and independent retirement consultants. They service clients with educational workshops and seminars and keep them updated with economic and tax law changes as well. Their mission is to make continual financial improvements for you in retirement, so you're able to stay the course of independence without concern. Kaizen Financial is now located on Van Dyke, just north of 21 Mile Road. The weather may be cooling off, but that doesn't mean outdoor fun needs to stop. The Burgess Shad Bush Nature Center is hosting Fall Family Fun Day on October 16th from 11:30 to 3 p.m. There will be a campfire cookout with hot dogs and s'mores, costume characters, and wagon rides for everyone to enjoy the fall colors. It's $3 a person and no pre-registration is required. And ghosts, ghouls, and goblins, and all costume kids are invited to the Halloween Spooktacular at Riverbends Park. There will be fun games and goodies and a trunk or treat where kids can go from car to car to collect candy. The event is hosted by Shelby Township's Parks and Recreation Department on Saturday, October 15th from noon to 2 p.m. For more information, head over to Shelby TV's Facebook page. For the Macomb County Animal Control, October is Adopt a Shelter Dog Month. Animal Control is dropping adoption fees for all dogs and cats. Cats are $25 and kittens and dogs are $50. Senior animals are available for an adoption donation. Animal Control is open Monday through Friday from 10 a.m. to 5 p.m. and Saturdays at the Gibraltar Trade Center in Mount Clemens. And still ahead on Shelby this week, the next time you're on the Clinton River, you'll see some new additions from Shelby Township through the city of Utica. We'll tell you what those are next. And a dog hurt and abandoned. While Macomb County Animal Control continues to investigate, we've got an update for you that will put a smile on your face.
So, I'm kind of new here, but I've noticed a trend. My human does this funny thing where she goes around and gets all my toys, and then she hides them in that basket by the door. It's like, hello, that's where you put it last time. You were the worst at hide and go seek.
The Clinton River has become a hot spot to fish and kayak, and the Clinton River Watershed Council is making sure they keep the sporting activities going strong. The next time you head down the river, expect to see more of these mile markers. They start from Yates Cider Mill at the Shelby Township border and will go now all the way down the river through Utica. Shelby has had these mile markers since 2012, so those will be replaced as well. Pets have a way of bringing people joy, but not everyone can afford to feed their pets. We've been telling you for weeks how the community is coming together to donate pet food to Macomb County senior citizens. Nick Buckler brings you more as he helped fill the truck full of donations.
Many seniors have furry friends at home, but with that comes numerous expenses. So Pet Supplies Plus teamed up with 4 Paws, 1 Heart for a pet food drive for Macomb County seniors.
It's been absolutely fantastic. People have donated all the food you see here in the trailer today. We've got 7 or 8 pallets down stored somewhere else. We're going to raise well over 10,000 pounds for Macomb County senior citizens.
Shelby Township municipal buildings had bins to collect food for the drive. and collected over 1,300 pounds alone.
We started our first drive about in the beginning of July, and we raised about 2,300 pounds, and Shelby Township saw it in the newspaper and says, let's do another one to help out more seniors.
The original goal was to raise 8,000 pounds of food and litter, but when it was all said and done, more than 10,000 pounds were raised. Participants who donated were entered into a raffle for a chance to win gift baskets from area sponsors.
I think that the public really deserves a really high five. I think they're doing an outstanding job of helping everybody.
Being a pet owner myself, I wanted to help the cause, hoping to brighten the day of area seniors and their pets. For Shelby This Week, I'm Nick Buckler.
You may remember Boo Boo the dog, a Shih Tzu abandoned at a Centerline apartment complex with his eye hanging from his socket. There's a good update to this story. Boo Boo has a new home. Boo Boo had to be under the care of veterinarians for more than a week with severe injuries to his eye. But the Macomb County Animal Control says a family fell in love with the dog at an adoption event by the Canine Companions Rescue Center. They've had Boo Boo for quite some time now, and they say he's doing very well. Macomb County Animal Control is still investigating who left him in such a bad shape, but they're glad he's found a new home.
I'm proud of you.
Utica High School celebrated homecoming this past weekend, and it isn't homecoming without a crowning of a king and queen. Congratulations to seniors Omari Miller and Ava Hahn. And that's it for us here at Shelby This Week. You can watch us all the time on shelbytv.org. And for updates on everything you've heard today, head to our Shelby TV Facebook page. We'll leave you now with some fall scenes from around Shelby Township. Thanks for watching.